Thousands of years ago, this land was home to fearless sailors who set out on long wooden ships, driven by the desire to conquer the seas. They became known as the fierce warriors of the North, feared by many, yet also remembered as skilled traders who opened routes stretching as far as the Mediterranean. Beyond battle and conquest, they left behind a rich legacy of language, myths, and intricate carvings, shaping a culture forever tied to the ocean. That seafaring spirit never faded, flowing through the nation's veins for centuries. Today, this is Denmark, a small country with an influence far greater than its size. It is the homeland of welcoming cities, where historic castles stand alongside minimalist modern design, where bicycles outnumber cars, and where quality of life is a way of living rather than a dream. Let your journey lead you to Denmark, the land of Viking heritage and modern happiness. Founded in 1167, Copenhagen lies on the eastern coast of Zealand and originated from a small fishing village. The name Copenhagen comes from German, meaning commercial port, reflecting its historic maritime significance. Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, is the second largest city in Northern Europe after Stockholm. Today, Copenhagen is known as one of Europe's most livable and environmentally friendly cities. The city charms visitors with its ancient castles, churches, cobblestone streets, and extensive canal networks. Copenhagen feels like a real-life fairy tale, blending historical legends with poetic, picturesque scenery. More than half of Copenhagen's residents use bicycles daily, supported by dedicated cycling traffic lights. The city is remarkably green, nearly free of CO2 emissions, and promotes a healthy, happy lifestyle. The best time to visit is from April to August, when temperatures are mild and outdoor activities flourish. During these months, blooming gardens, lively festivals, and cultural events create a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Originally filled with sailors, aleehouses, pubs, and ladies of pleasure, the area had a rough but vibrant character. Nyhaven's colorful buildings are matched by its lively and storied past as a bustling commercial port. Today, the old houses have been beautifully restored, and the area is dominated by cozy restaurants and pavement cafes. As you stroll along the canal, you'll hear jazz music and see people soaking in the relaxed atmosphere with delicious food. Nijhaven still honors its maritime roots, with old wooden ships and modern luxurious boats lining the picturesque canal. Despite being less than 500 meters long, Nijhaven is fondly called Heritage Road because of its architectural charm and scenery. Visitors are treated to beautiful reflections on the river and vibrant sights on both sides of the iconic canal. Since 1980, the former parking area at Nijhaven has been transformed into a welcoming pedestrian zone for all to enjoy. Walking through Nijhaven, visitors can discover charming details, from historical buildings to cozy corners and hidden gems. Adding to the charm are horse-drawn carriages pulled by sturdy and spirited Jutland ponies, a unique and delightful sight. Located between Norway and Iceland, the archipelago consists of 18 small islands, each offering breathtaking landscapes. Millions of years ago, the Faroe Islands shared a continent with Iceland and Norway before drifting into their current position. The Faroe Islands are an autonomous territory of Denmark, famous for their stunning natural scenery in northern Europe. Sheep are considered sacred in the Faroe Islands, appearing on their currency, stamps, and even national symbols. There's an old local saying, "Wool is the gold of the Faroe Islands," highlighting the animal's importance. Interestingly, there are even more puffins than sheep here, and Mykines Island is the best place for bird watching. Known as flying penguins, puffins are adorable, fearless birds that attract numerous visitors during the short bird season. Even in summer, temperatures in the Faroe Islands remain cool, ranging between 9 and 12 degrees Celsius. Because of the windy and chilly climate, travelers should always bring thick and thermal clothing for their comfort. This season is perfect for outdoor adventures, allowing tourists to fully experience the beauty of the archipelago. Built in 1420, the castle occupies a strategic position along the Øresund Strait, vital for trade and defense. Kronborg Castle, located in Helsingør, Denmark, is one of Northern Europe's most iconic and historically significant castles. Its architecture beautifully showcases Renaissance elegance while maintaining the strong military elements typical of the era. Kronborg played a crucial role in Danish history by controlling passage to the Baltic Sea and collecting tolls from passing ships. The castle gained worldwide fame as the setting for William Shakespeare's play Hamlet under the fictional name Elsinore. Shakespeare's connection adds a rich literary allure that draws visitors interested in culture, drama, and storytelling. Today, Kronborg Castle is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to its cultural and historical value. Visitors can explore lavish royal chambers, impressive ballrooms, mysterious casemates, and beautifully preserved chapels inside the castle. The castle often hosts live performances of Hamlet, making the experience even more immersive and memorable for tourists. Images of kings, queens, wizards, and magical creatures vividly reappeared as we wandered through its magnificent halls. Frederiksborg Castle feels like a magical doorway to my childhood, where fairy tales filled my dreams at night. Built by King Christian IV in the early 17th century, the castle stands as a brilliant example of Renaissance architecture. During the 17th and 18th centuries, it served as the royal residence for Kings Christian IV and Frederick VII. Renovations by King Frederick VII and Queen Louise Rasmussen introduced modern comforts like fireplaces and stoves. A devastating fire in 1859 destroyed much of the interior, though the Frederiksborg Chapel was miraculously spared. The castle's facade features typical Renaissance elements, including pilasters, cornices, and beautifully sculpted reliefs. Today, Frederiksborg Castle houses Denmark's National History Museum across 70 rooms spread over 3 grand floors. Visitors can admire the country's largest portrait collection while exploring the lavishly restored state rooms. Every corner of Frederiksborg tells a story, making it a timeless bridge between Denmark's history and its fairy tales. The area is shaped by sand and gravel deposits, growing about 1 kilometer over the past century. Grennan is a spectacular natural site where the Skagerrak and Kattegat seas meet at Denmark's northernmost tip. Constantly shifting, the beach often forms lagoons that attract wading birds and playful children, though swimming is strictly prohibited. A compass rose south of the tip shows that Grennan actually points east rather than directly north. Visitors can reach the tip by walking one of 4 hiking trails from the parking area, including a paved trail for bicycles and wheelchairs. Grennan is a protected reserve, home to seals resting on the beach and hosting Denmark's best birdwatching spot, especially in spring. In North Jutland, on the edge of the North Sea, stands the iconic Rugbjerg Knud Lighthouse. Built in 1900, the lighthouse began operating on the 27th of December of that year, guiding ships safely through the North Sea. Due to coastal erosion caused by the North Sea, the lighthouse was moved 70 meters inland in October 2019 to prevent its destruction. Between 1910 and 1920, the growing drifting sands posed a significant challenge, and efforts were made to plant bushes and trees to stabilize the area. However, the sand dunes continued to grow, eventually covering the lighthouse's light by the 1962nd, when modern navigation technologies replaced the need for the lighthouse. The lighthouse ceased operation on the 1st of August, 1968, as the sand dunes overwhelmed it. Visitors can now ascend the lighthouse and enjoy spectacular views of the North Sea and the surrounding landscape. The area has become a popular spot for playing in the vast sandbox with the lighthouse as the backdrop. In the spring of 2016, the lighthouse was reopened with a staircase added, allowing visitors to take in breathtaking views from the top. However, due to ongoing coastal erosion, the lighthouse is expected to fall into the sea within the next 10 to 15 years. Famous for its grand copper-green dome, the church offers one of the best panoramic views over the city. The Marble Church, officially named Frederiks Church, is one of Copenhagen's most iconic and impressive landmarks. Located in Frederiksstaden, it aligns perfectly with Amalienborg Palace and the Copenhagen Opera House. Despite its name, the Marble Church was not originally built with marble due to financial difficulties during construction. The foundation stone was laid in 1749 under King Frederick V as part of the vision to create a grand new district. Built during the Age of Enlightenment, its design emphasizes harmony, reason, and features symbolic elements inside. The church's majestic dome symbolizes the heavens, while its sturdy columns represent the pillars supporting society. Visitors can climb to the dome's top for a spectacular view daily, at 1 p.m. in summer and on weekends the rest of the year. The church remains popular for weddings, and on Fridays and Saturdays, you might hear wedding bells echoing across the area. Imagine a bridge where you can walk endlessly, surrounded by breathtaking scenery, and never reach the end. This is what you experience when visiting the Infinite Bridge, a wooden pier located between Varna and Balehaj Beach in Aarhus. Stretching 190 meters long, 2.5 meters wide, and with a diameter of 60 meters, the bridge is a marvel of design. Originally created for the Sculpture by the Sea event in 2015, the bridge became so beloved by locals that the municipality of Aarhus decided to make it a permanent fixture. Designed by architects Niels Povelsgaard and Johan Gjerdes, the Infinite Bridge features a circular, wooden structure extending from the shore into Aarhus Bay. The bridge has become a popular destination for both locals and tourists, offering a peaceful spot for strolling or enjoying the stunning sea views. Whether you wish to swim in the water or simply walk around the bridge, it's a wonderful place to relax with family and friends. The municipality of Aarhus even offers the option of holding weddings on the bridge, with the iconic Varna Palace in the background for a memorable experience. For a perfect day, you can also visit the restaurant at the nearby Varna Palace for a Sunday brunch or dinner. And if you're feeling adventurous, bring your swimwear and enjoy a refreshing dip at the beach right by the bridge. Nicknamed the lake above the ocean, Sørvágsvatn has become one of the most iconic sites in the archipelago. Sørvágsvatn, also known as Leitisvatn, is the largest and most famous lake in the Faroe Islands. It is celebrated for an optical illusion that makes it seem like the lake floats high above the ocean. Faroese legends speak of elves called Huldufolk and a mystical creature named Nikur, connected to the lake. The legend of Nikur describes a horse-like being that drags victims into the depths unless its true name is spoken. The lake sits only 30 meters above sea level, but appears dramatically higher when viewed from the cliffs at Traveliam. From this vantage point, visitors can witness the surreal floating effect, with the sea stretching out behind the lake. Traveliam empties into the Atlantic Ocean through the beautiful Bus de la Fossure waterfall, enhancing its unique beauty. A hike to the lake offers unforgettable views, but hikers must prepare for rapidly changing weather conditions. On clear days, the optical illusion becomes especially vivid, making Traveliam a must-see destination in the Faroe Islands. The sea arch, towering 70 meters above the North Atlantic Ocean, is an iconic site of the archipelago. There are actually two sea stacks that together make up Drangarnir, with the larger one featuring the striking arch. Drangarnir is the most famous rock formation in the Faroe Islands, located between Vagar Island and Tindhólmur Islet. Drangarnir means the sea stacks in Faroese, referring to both formations rising from the ocean. The bigger sea stack is called Stori Drangur, or large sea stack, while the smaller one is Litli Drangur, or small sea stack. During summer, the rugged rock surfaces become nesting grounds for many seabirds from May to September. On calm days, small boats often sail directly through the dramatic sea arch, offering a thrilling experience. Photographers flock here to capture the surreal scenery created by the isolated sea stacks and endless ocean. Visitors trekking to Drangarnir are rewarded with breathtaking views and a sense of untouched nature's power. With a bit of luck, you might even catch glimpses of whales swimming near these majestic formations. The uninhabited islet presents sharp contrasts, with a lush green hillside on one side and steep basalt cliffs on the other. Tindhólmur is a breathtaking islet located next to Vagar Island in the Faroe Islands, famous for its spiky silhouette. Tindhólmur is home only to sheep, adding to its wild and untouched atmosphere. Great viewpoints to admire Tindhólmur include the charming village of Bur and the road near Skarðsafossur waterfall. If you want a closer look, joining a Drangarnir Sea Arch boat tour from Sørvágur Marina is the perfect choice. Tours to Tindholme are mostly private, as no regular ferry or public boat service sails to the islet. Travelers wishing to explore it need to arrange special trips through local travel agencies. The entire islet is privately owned and primarily used for grazing sheep by local farmers. A few rustic cabins near the shoreline provide locals with peaceful retreats away from everyday life. The dazzling white water rushing over dark basalt cliffs creates a mesmerizing contrast that makes the waterfall truly unforgettable. Fossar Waterfall, standing at 140 meters, is the tallest and one of the most stunning waterfalls in the Faroe Islands. Located in the northern part of Streymoy Island, near the charming village of Haldorsvik, Fossar cascades dramatically over two distinct levels. Standing close to Fossar allows you to feel the powerful mist against your face, bringing an exhilarating connection with nature. Visitors can approach the rocky base, feel the crashing water, and even sip the pure, refreshingly cold water straight from the source. The drive to Fossar from Tórshavn takes about 45 minutes, making it an accessible day trip for anyone exploring the Faroe Islands. The waterfall sits in the Sundalaget area, close to the bridge that links Streymoy Island to Eysturoy Island. From Eysturoy Island, you can also admire Fossar from a distance, enjoying a panoramic view of its breathtaking height and force. Fossar is not just a sight to behold, but also an unforgettable experience for anyone seeking the raw power of the Faroe landscape. This magical spot truly captures the rugged beauty and wild spirit that define the Faroe Islands. Only about 150 residents live across 4 small villages, surrounded by vast open spaces and roaming sheep. The island is famous for its wool production, with sheep grazing freely across the rugged, untouched landscape. Kalsoy Island, known as the Man Island in Old Faroese, is among the wildest and most isolated islands in the archipelago. The Faroe Islands lighthouses, including Kalsoy's famous Kalor Lighthouse, captivate visitors with their dramatic and remote settings. Standing atop towering cliffs, Kalua Lighthouse offers breathtaking ocean views, with majestic mountains providing a dramatic backdrop. The hike to the lighthouse starts from the tiny village of Traveliam and rewards visitors with unforgettable panoramic scenery. Khalsoi's highest peak, Nestindar, reaches 788 meters, while Borgeren Mountain features a nearly vertical 537-meter cliff. The island holds folklore too, like the story of Pal Fanji, who famously escaped prison and hid in Khalsoi's cliffs. Tunnels connecting the villages, built between 1978 and 1985, have greatly improved transportation and life on Khalsoi. Despite these changes, Khalsoi's population declined sharply from 195 people in 1966 to only 79 by 2010. The panoramic view of the lagoon, surrounded by steep mountains, is the main attraction in Saksun. Saksun is a remote village on Streymoy Island in the Faroe Islands, known for its stunning location above a breathtaking lagoon. The lagoon, once a natural harbor, became blocked by sand after a heavy storm. The lagoon fills with seawater from the North Atlantic Ocean twice a day, creating a beautiful, ever-changing scene. Saksun's serene and untouched atmosphere makes it stand out among the Faroe Islands, with only 11 residents living there. In addition to the natural beauty, Saksun features numerous waterfalls flowing down the steep hillsides. The village is home to a pure white, turf-roofed church that adds to its charm. During the summer, a small village museum opens to give visitors a glimpse of local history. The Duvugarthar settlement in Saksun offers more lovely turf houses, surrounded by waterfalls cascading down the mountain sides. With its quiet, picturesque environment, Saksun offers a peaceful escape from the modern world. The village is located at the end of a deep valley, surrounded by dramatic cliffs, with no other settlements nearby. Hjogv, the northernmost village on Eysturoy Island in the Faroe Islands, is a remote and picturesque settlement. Jojivi's name comes from the stunning 200-meter-long gorge, a sea-filled ravine that has served as a natural harbor for centuries. Villagers historically used this gorge as a landing ground for boats and stairs now lead down to the ravine, where visitors can enjoy the sound of the sea. The settlement is small, with fewer than 100 houses, and includes the guest house Jargathur for visitors looking to stay in this isolated location. A short drive from Tórshavn, the capital of the Faroe Islands, gets you to Gjogv in under an hour. Upon arrival, visitors can walk along a tarred path leading to the gorge, where the views of the sea and surrounding cliffs are breathtaking. In winter, from November to March, the sea gorge can be filled with foamy waves, creating a powerful natural spectacle. During the warmer months, the sea is calmer, making it safe to walk into the gorge and experience its beauty up close. Although the village's population has decreased dramatically over the past decades, Gjogv still thrives with its fish farm, guest house, and a small concrete factory. Tröllkonufingr, meaning the witch's finger, is a dramatic 313-meter tall monolith near the village of Sandavagur. According to legend, it was the finger of a witch who tried to throw the Faroe Islands to Iceland. When sunlight struck her near Vagar, she turned to stone, sinking with only her finger and head remaining above water. The back of her head is said to have formed Koltur Island, while her finger became the towering Tröllkonufingr. In 1844, a Danish royal entourage member climbed it, waved to Crown Prince Frederik, but tragically fell after forgetting a glove. Following the accident, fear kept people from attempting another climb for many decades. It was not until 2012 that a team finally succeeded in reaching the summit again, after many years of hesitation. In July 2016, a determined team from New Zealand made the first ascent via the seaward face after 5 challenging days. Their daring achievement revived interest in Tröllkonufingr and inspired climbers worldwide to appreciate its daunting beauty. Today, Tröllkonufingr stands as both a natural marvel and a powerful symbol of Faroese legend and resilience. Do you dare to climb to the top of this rock? Meilingur is a sharp, dramatic mountain located in the northern part of Streymoy Island in the Faroe Islands. The hike to Meilingur begins at the charming village of Djurnuvik, where you must park near the beach parking area. Be mindful not to park near someone's house without permission, as respect for locals is very important here. The first stretch follows the same trail as the popular Saxon to Tjørnuvik hike until you reach Tjørnuvik Skarth. At Tjørnuvik Skarth, you turn right, climbing toward the next peak, Hugvan, before continuing toward Kamsmulin. Near Kamsmulin, you will find a path descending into a valley, where you will finally see the iconic Mount Meilingur. The hike offers perfect opportunities to fly drones, capturing breathtaking perspectives of cliffs and the dramatic coastline. Generally, the round trip should take no longer than 6 hours, depending on your stops and photo breaks. Checking the weather before the hike is crucial, as this area is often windy, foggy, and very exposed. It offers some of the most breathtaking panoramic views in the archipelago, making it a must-visit for nature lovers. Klakur is a stunning mountain ridge located on Borðoy Island in the Faroe Islands. The hike to Klakur is a short distance from Klaksvík, the second largest town in the Faroe Islands. The mountain ridge is just 40 kilometers from Tórshavn, the capital, making it easily accessible for visitors. Klakur is a favorite spot for landscape photographers, known for its incredible vistas. The hike to the summit is considered one of the best in the Faroe Islands, offering a rewarding experience for hikers of all levels. To reach Klakur, take the gravel road Nithanhorn from Klaksvík, where you can park near a small lake. From there, pass through 2 wooden gates, climb a steady incline with stairs, and then head straight up the hill to reach the viewpoint. The hike is perfect for families, casual walkers, and experienced trekkers alike, with nature surrounding you at every step. An evening hike to Klakur offers stunning sunsets, making it a memorable outdoor adventure. Photographer Henry Doe captured breathtaking aerial shots of this suburban community, describing it as a scene from an alien civilization. The circular architecture of Brøndby Garden City near Copenhagen, Denmark, creates a stunning and unusual visual impression. Brøndby Havby consists of 12 circular clusters of garden houses designed by landscape architect Erik Meigind. The circular design aims to create a more open, less claustrophobic environment compared to traditional urban apartment living. Mygind explained that the structure encourages stronger social connections among residents while still allowing privacy. Rent for one of these charming garden houses typically costs around $150 per month, making it quite affordable. However, planning regulations only allow residents to live there for up to 6 months each year. This setup lets people grow fruit trees, plant gardens, or simply enjoy relaxing weekends away from city life. Each house's garden space is lovingly maintained, adding to the community's lush and colorful appearance. Denmark invites you to experience a way of life where joy flows as naturally as the sea that surrounds it. Every street, every island, and every whisper of wind tells a story of balance, creativity, and contentment. Here, happiness is not a distant dream, but a vibrant, living reality woven into daily life. A journey through Denmark is a journey into the heart of what it truly means to thrive.